Today, Sheba's in the mood. Shut up! That was the neighbors. Sheba's in the mood for an unboxing today. Look at her. Oh my gosh. She's ready. Okay. This is from Full Throttle Originals. They made this tri spinner, which is a Guardian. I got that big Guardian one before. Remember that? I'm gonna get it out though. Let's see. Then I also got some more. Bearings, because you know, you always got to have the bearings. A couple of spinners I got out today. The bearing makes such a huge difference. So, Sheba. So, here, sticker and the bearing. I got a bunch of them. Okay, the main event. Full Throttle Originals. Damn, it's got some gunk on my hand. Full Throttle Originals. Sheba. Okay. Damn, man. It's Sheba. She rolled around in dirt. Okay. This is the Tri-Guardian SMedium copper Mark 2023 solid. I got the solid one. Oh, well, you know what? Let me show you. I actually have, to show you what a skelly looks like. I actually have a skelly from one of them. So I didn't want another skelly. And then I have a regular Guardian, but it's a big one. So this is supposed to be the Tri-Guardian, but medium size, so not the extra large one. But it should look like this. So let's see. This thing's heavy. Kind of love it when they're like pristine looking like this. Some people like love to polish them up, so they're always like that. But I kind of love me some. I love me some tarnish on there. Look at it. What? Okay, so do you hear the way it's spinning? I'm going to put a bearing in there right now so you guys can see. We got the bearing swap out system here. So let's take a look. Sheba's helping out a lot, just so you know. Okay. These buttons are really flush. Okay, here we go. All right. So press fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little bearing tool. It's so easy. Okay. So I am going to have it set like this. And then I'm going to take my little spinner so that basically the bottom part sits right in the middle there. Do you see it? I don't need, wait, hold on. I'm screwing up. Sorry. That's to put one in. You need the empty one to take it out. So then you sit that right there in the middle. So then this middle part right here, I set that on here. So it's right flush. So then when I press it down, it's gonna fall into that little gap. So you always wanna make sure it's aligned as well, because if it's not aligned, you can actually damage the spinner. I mean, like, you could break off chunks of the spinner in there. Okay. So now, shit, you see? It's all the way down in there. No bearing, and the bearing is in the middle there now. So this one was like a completely stainless steel one. These is a full ceramic nitrite, silver nitrite ball or something. Silver nitrite bearing or something. Okay, but this one spins super fast and it has a lot of feedback. Some of the ones that spin super fast are completely silent, but as you know, a big part of fidgeting is having some kind of auditory feedback. Like this one, I've got one of those bearings in there. Here. Okay. Same thing with this bad boy. Here. Okay. So spins very fast and makes a lot of auditory noise. Okay, so now to put it back on, I'm going to put this guy on the bottom. So then I'm going to rest. Wait, hold on. Gotta flip it around this way so that it doesn't fall through. See? So that's gonna rest right there. Then I'm going to take my bearing and I'm going to just align it right in the middle, because again, you can damage the bearing very easily. You see? Then I'm not going to use this guy right here because there's nothing to push through. So it creates a barrier here. So it's resting on this spot and I'm pushing it from the top. So meaning that the bearing will have nowhere to go but to be pushed inside in the middle. And again, you don't want to force it. It should go in easily. So then when it stops spinning, it should be flush. Sometimes it's not completely flush, and if that happens, then you can flip this around. Okay. There. It's in there. Worked perfect. So now I'm going to put my buttons back on there. These buttons are flush. Okay, so now let's give it a whirl, huh? Hear it? Spins super fast. It's got some nice feedback. Not only does it have auditory feedback, but it's got like a vibration, which makes it really nice. Look at that, baby. What? This is actually only a visual thing for the camera. In the camera's frame rate can't keep up with the spinning of the fidget, and so then that's what warps it. It's not like me looking at this with my eyes can process it, but not the camera. It's pretty cool. Insane. I'm glad to know that my eyes are better than the camera though. All right, let me turn it around and let's take a look to see if Sheba approves of this. Look at her, isn't she beautiful? They say that that little chirp that they give is like the activation of a cat. Okay, Chibi. Look at that thing. Wow, it's like prisms. Shiba. Okay, can you watch this? Hey, pay attention. Why would you bite it? You okay? You're crazy. So what do you guys think? So it looks like this is a new design from the previous one. I don't have the other Guardians. Now this one's not the Guardian series. Again, let me show you all of the Full Throttle originals that I have. I've got this one, and I've got this one. Is there any other ones that I have? Sheba? Yeah, this one. Okay, that's it. This one and this one. All right. Those are all my Full Throttles. Now, actually, that's like, I'd say out of all makers, that's the one that I collect the most because, I mean, they're just so beautiful. This is one of the first spinners I ever got. I like it because of the little paw print there. But this is a Skelly because it's empty, like it's got that gap. So this is another example of a Skelly. See? They're lighter, more grip, spin faster. Pretty beautiful, isn't it? Somebody tried to buy this off of me. I'm like, nah. These, I think, are... This one is the Asylum? Yeah. Look at that. It's heavy as shit. This one is not as heavy. Spins fast. See? They've got all those good spinners in there. I mean, good bearings in there. Even this one, I put that bearing in there. This one, I don't have one of the good bearings in there yet. But if you want to see something crazy, you see how big it is? Hold on, I wonder if I could show you real quick. Hold on. Let me put this on. Let me put this on the stand. Okay. I just want to show you what's on the inside of this bad boy. Sorry, let me zoom out a little bit. Oh, yeah. See, I didn't have a bearing for this. Look how little. Look how cool it is. Look. Okay, so this is the biggest spinner that I have. Okay. Now this is the smallest spinner that I have, and they're both Full Throttle originals, so that's funny. But I wanted to show you, look, same size bearing. So this is like all bearing, and this is like very little. But you see I've got one of those new good bearings in there. But I ran out of the bearings, and that's why I bought some more. And so I haven't had a chance to put one in here. And it spins completely silent, but we could do another one real quick. Should we do another one? Yes. Okay. Look at that. And again, what these little dimples are is to create less weight on the inside, but it's not like you're gonna really need that over here because there's so much weight on the outside of this one. Okay, remember what I said, line it up nicely. Be nice to your spinners. Okay. See? You shouldn't have to force it. Now, I know some spinners you do have to force a little bit. But you can easily break the bearing and or the spinner. Like you can chip off a piece right in there and then you're fucked. Okay, so I want to put the bearing on. So I'm gonna put this right here. Set that right in there. I'm gonna use another one of these fine bearings. Now, I will say that I do have a couple of spinners that don't work well with these bearings. And the spinners that I have that don't work well are ones like this. I'll show you. The Modus works. It's very open right here. So it's incredibly loud on its own. Like there's nothing shielding the actual bearing. It's so open. So because of that, it's really, really loud as it is. So, okay, let me show that. Let me put this bad boy in there. Line it up a little bit. Okay. And all right, everything looks okay. You want to see a little side profile of it going in there? It's going in nice and smooth. Okay, so this is a good example of it went in, but it's not completely flush. See? You want it completely flush. So I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to go back to this, and flipping it around should allow it to right itself. Okay. Yep. Shouldn't be able to see a lip of any kind when you flip it over like that. So now I take the buttons and I'm going to put them right back in there. Look at those buttons, man. Those things are fat. All right. So now let's see how it feels and sounds. Oh shit. It's just hard to spin this thing all together because it's so fucking big. I'm gonna have to two-hand it. I'm sorry. Damn. I'm trying to spin it fast. Can you hear it? It's got good feedback now. It was completely smooth before. Now some people like completely smooth. More power to you. But I don't. Can you tell the person who previously had this had a different button on there? This has got a lot of patina, this doesn't. For a long time, I would put different buttons on. One example is this. This has a different button. This one was actually made by Spinetics spinners. They have this like laser engraving. But it ended up fitting this thing really nice, and it gives a good amount of grip. But normally, I really like to have the original buttons on there, like for instance, there. Because it just looks classic. See how loud it is? Another open one. So, okay, anywho, there's your little lesson on bearings. Okay, cool. All right, Sheba. Do you want to look at this one? She's done with me. Sheba, are you done with me? Sheba, what are you looking at out there? Hey. All right. Say bye to the good boys and girls out there.